And I'm still talking about it.
Motherfucker.
One time.
It's an idea.
Do you know what he told me?
Fuck somebody's mother, so what? You gotta keep bringing it up.
Hello and welcome to a Topic a Month podcast where we cover one topic a month split into weekly segments. This is the month of December and we are doing religion, of course. What better month besides whenever Easter falls? Now, of course, I still want to remind everybody that this topic can certainly stir some emotions, but then again, that's the point of a controversial topic. Religion certainly is one. If you're still with us here, we'll get started. With us tonight is our not-so-far-fetching failed attempt at failure, fortunate enough to follow our faithful forever first place feature podcast co-host, Alan. And, of course, back from the future yet again is the magnanimous magnate of malicious, mischievous, malcontent, Cheri. And our special guest tonight, who appears to be a sinister sexual subject of smarmy sentient soliloquy, whose name is Swami Slippy Slappy Swanson?
No, Samsonite.
Oh, buddy! I was way off.
Way off. Now you got to do all that with bees.
Not happening. You know how hard it is to do that introduction? Fucked up the first magnanimous something.
If you're supposed to be magnificent, I think it's the word you're hunting for.
I like magnanimous.
Wow.
Which one is her mic?
I don't know. Which one is this?
F
Turn that
off.
one off. But first, blasting off again to parts of the brain not yet mapped by modern science. It's Inconsequential Ramblings with Alan.
Hello.
Great start.
Salute.
Salud.
Hello. Ciao. Bog. Hola. Ni hao. Yasahas. Shalom. Konnichiwa. Hajambo. Ahoy. Get the fuck out of here. Buongiorno. Sorry, I screwed that one up. Aloha. Bonjour. Marhaba. Howdy. Yatahi. Barev. Guten Haben. And that's it.
Did you do Russian? Because you missed Privet.
I can't get Privet. I can't say that.
Privet.
And thank you for listening.
This has been Inconsequential Ramblings with Alan. Please note the opinions or facts stated in this preceding ramblings were based in a reality solely in Alan's head. Any part of this matching your own reality is purely coincidence and may be a sign of mental stress. Please consult your doctor for more information. And now, back to the podcast. What the hell were you?
I was saying,
Like, seriously, did you ask him to do that? Or
Yeah,
he just does it.
He's got a bit every single episode.
I haven't made it that far yet.
I just
Yeah.
say hello
Okay.
in a multitude of languages right
I just
there.
wanted to make, that's why I was peeking. I just wanted to make sure you had aloha on there because
Oh, no,
I wasn't sure if it was a hello or goodbye.
It's both. It's like ciao.
But if you would have waited until the end, everybody would have been confused.
As if they're not already.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the podcast?
Oh, I'm on episode 10.
Yeah.
I thought you were on 11.
10 or 11.
He's not sure.
We're talking about video games.
Oh, those are the good episodes
Yeah,
before we went
good one.
downhill.
Yeah. So I have something to look forward to. Perfect.
No.
Yeah, squalor.
Yeah, you really don't. No, you got no.
There's just it's
No.
we plateaued.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
Dude,
me, at least it's in the 20s.
We
but
plateaued at like 6.
yeah, but we plateaued in a swamp.
Oh God. We
Just this
came off the
horrid
freeway,
bog.
missed the bumper, and right into the fucking swamp.
It's terrifying.
Yes.
I look forward to it.
You should.
So
Cheers on.
I got.
if he can hear us, I think
If
I,
your
can
mic-
you, can
if
you
your-
turn my
if your
it's
your
really
thing's up too
loud.
high.
is it really loud on
Yeah.
yours? Well, I suppose we can turn
But
that
that's
down.
why.
Don't forget to turn his mic off too.
Oh God.
Is he giving you a sassy look or checking you out?
Let's
I
turn
don't know.
everybody's levels
Trying to
down.
figure out what angle I need to
Just
sit
a
at to
little
kick him in the
bit.
nuts.
Oh,
Is that going to be a
right
little bit
over.
better for you?
It's this chair.
Is it any better? A little better? Right there? Is that
How's
fine?
that for you?
Turn it down a
A
little more.
little more?
Yeah.
A little more.
He doesn't want to hear us.
That's
Okay.
what it is. He just doesn't want to hear us.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's gonna record just fine anyway.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, we're gonna find out at the end, I suppose.
I guess, yeah. I know, like, halfway through, it's like,
Yeah, then we'll just have to do the whole
fuck, you know?
thing over again.
Right in the middle. Fuck you, buddy.
Pretty much. So, how was everybody's day? What you guys
Not bad.
do?
Cleaning the garage a little bit, fixed some tires on the lawn, the snow blower, and got that running. And
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
just in case
You're welcome for
it
that, by the
happens.
way.
Fuck you.
Would you do all the work?
No,
but
he's
seriously the automotive guy, and
I-
I'm the carpenter. I had to grab a 2x4 to get the frickin' tire off the rim. Because I don't know
never
how long he
popped
was
the rim
messing
before.
around with it.
About
before.
2 minutes.
He had a freaking hammer, and he's trying to pound.
No,
on the-
I wasn't pounding on it. I was using the hammer as a pry and pushing down on
Okay,
it with
because
the pry
that's what a
bar.
hammer's used for.
Prying.
Says the carpenter, who's
I used him for
with
I used it for a
tools.
wedge.
No,
Don't look at me like that.
this is not how this works. Anyways,
Anyway.
so I had to go. So I get over there, and he's got this hammer and this tire, and I'm, what the hell are you doing? I'm trying to take the tire off the rim.
Breaking the bead.
I got to break the bead. Again, what are you doing? Well, if you got a better idea, then take the tire.
I did ask. I'm like, you got a better way of doing this? Show me.
So I take it and I start walking outside. He says, throwing it in the trash. It's not a better idea. So I didn't know how hard it was going to be, but I wanted to set it down outside. So 2x4, put it on the rim, right next to the rim.
Yeah.
And I stepped on it and I bounced and it popped the bead because it's a small tire. If
Yeah.
it wouldn't have popped on a bounce, then I would have got the car and I would have drove up the thing and it would have popped the bead. 'Cause
Right.
That's what you do. And Mr. Automotive guy here, who's been working on vehicles since you were, what, 17?
17, 18.
Yeah. And
You've got to be honest. I wouldn't have thought of that either. That's a good fucking
I
idea.
told you, I'm not just me. I've never had to pop a bead before.
okay.
Bead, not
Bead.
cherry.
Other
Sorry, I
other
misheard
than
that.
other
Yeah.
than the ones that are in my cigarettes, I have never had to pop a bead before.
Camels.
Yummy.
As I said, you're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so anyway.
So what did you do today? Was there anything fun?
Mm-hmm.
No, fucking liar. Bunch of shit.
I had a delicious cup of coffee.
And then I proceeded to stab a family to death.
Well, it is.
No, it's not Sunday yet. So that's tomorrow's agenda. No,
Go on. So sorry, my dog just walked in the
I
room.
saw that. Yeah, it's inappropriate. No, so I spent the day with my parents.
Oh.
It was my dad's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Downhill?
Well, it was fine.
Swamp? Plateau?
Well, it was fine.
Okay.
There was a question about shoes. Never mind. It was fine. We got ice cream.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah,
that's
so-
good. Where'd you go for
Man,
ice cream?
A
Shit.
and W.
Man, I like ice cream.
Yeah. So we got ice cream, and I fed them and brought them home. And
Man, now I want some ice cream. Fuck.
You tied him
which
up
is
in the
it?
basement.
Yes.
yes, keep them safe. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best way. I just let my mom out. I don't know if you guys
I
saw.
did, yes,
so,
we saw.
yeah.
Yes, we saw your mother. We said hello.
Yeah.
Good to see her out in the light again.
Yeah.
You know.
She's gotten her color back after
yes,
I've been
after
feeding
you've
her.
been feeding her and letting her out of the basement.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to this either. So it
God,
doesn't
am I
really matter.
glad on that
Yeah.
one.
No.
She did for one, and that was all she took.
No, she
One?
got like 20 seconds in, and I said cunt, and she was like, nope, that's it.
That's it. Nope, done.
Oh, I did tell my mom about my Halloween costume. She was very excited because I already had the hat. You're welcome for that.
You'll catch up.
Yeah.
Buddy, okay.
She was very happy.
Which we forgot to mention. That okay, I'm an asshole. I didn't mention this.
Uh-oh.
So, Buddy is currently looking at us all like we're nuts, but that's typical.
No, just you.
Okay, just me. So I forgot to tell him that there is no protocol or etiquette when it comes to talking. If you have to say something, you kind of say it.
Yeah, no, I've paid attention to the 10 podcasts that I've listened to, and I kind of figured that out.
God, I hope
I was just
so.
curious as to I didn't get to the Halloween
hat.
so I don't know what the Halloween costume is.
Oh.
So it's like there's a joke going on here that I have nothing.
Just like the
That's it.
cheeseburger
Fucking
joke.
cheeseburgers that I still don't know anything about.
I still don't know anything about them either. I'm looking forward
If
to
you
it.
find them, please
They're
tell me
okay.
where they are, because
they're-
I'm still
they're-
looking.
they're-
Are you listening to the entire thing, or you just skip it ahead? Because I don't put anything in show notes that says cheeseburgers.
No,
I mean, I
Bentley
should.
told me that
did.
they were in a certain episode, and they are not. So he's a fucking liar. So then I went to the next one that was labeled the same thing, and I haven't found him yet.
Yeah, but you're only halfway through that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then work
I think it was
interfered.
kind of like right in the beginning.
Like
too.
right in your
I mean, it
pet
was right
peeves.
at the very end, so you have to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
Pad or download numbers.
yeah, I know, right? Pad the numbers. Yeah, you might have downloaded the whole thing to find it.
Yeah. Shit, we're 10 minutes in. We talked about everybody's day, and then
Awesome.
we said a bunch of.
Well, you never
bad-
said how your day
Yeah, how was
was.
your
Yeah,
day?
what'd you do?
I fucking worked today in the rain outside delivering paper. So
Done.
it was
He's
about
over.
as shitty
Okay.
as it could be. On the plus side, I didn't have to stop at everybody's fucking house, so that was kind of
This
nice.
is good. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so now
First
we're
time
now
in
we're
11
everybody is
days.
caught up on everybody's day.
It's nice to have someone to ask.
All right.
I retract all my questions.
You had questions?
I never have questions.
Okay, is that you?
So, should we start out on the topic for the first time?
Yeah,
in
I
the
know,
last 10
right?
minutes. I
shit.
think we covered you,
Yes.
and we covered you. So the only person I have left to cover is that was just word salad. Is you, sir?
Well, hi.
Hi.
Is it word salad
Is
or
there
word
a-
vomit?
Yeah, it was word vomit. It just kind of came spilling out.
All right. So I didn't get to listen to the other ones.
No, that's fine. It's going to be pretty. It's a little bit like kind of an interview style.
Okay.
So I don't know if Alan kind of ran you through that. Basically, it's just
Fuck no.
good. You just
He
prepped
did
them and
nothing,
primed
yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, I just
running dry.
told him if you got no plans, why don't you show up and join us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
pretty much-
awesome. Well, thanks
pretty
for coming
much it.
anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So the only question that I have for anybody, and you can elaborate on this as much as you want or not at all. I don't really care. Is what do you believe?
Well, that's a huge question.
It is a huge question. So that way, if we fill the next 50 minutes with your explanation on it, that's a podcast and an
Wait,
episode.
You didn't start with how did he deal with the beginning?
Yeah. How did the other ones go? What did you guys talk about?
In the
We started with the
beginning,
background.
there was cheese.
that-
kind of the background,
Well,
yeah.
that'll take up 50 minutes.
Well, it took you 50 minutes.
Yeah, it does.
I know.
Really? Come on.
I mean, you got a lot of history.
Wait, are we doing a double episode tonight?
No, we'll probably just end up doing a single episode.
Bitches.
I suppose we could do a double episode. I'm good with what the hell we're doing. You know how long it takes to edit one episode that's 15 minutes long? 15 minutes, because I don't edit the episodes.
Editing department here.
No, editing me is the cats, and they just shit in a
I
box.
was just gonna say I thought that was the cats. Here they come in here once in a while to check on the progress.
Yeah. Meow? No, not yet. Meow. Meow. So, anyway,
My cat.
we'll give you the floor. You've got the talking beer. Everybody else, except for me, gets to shut up.
Okay. So
Well, me too, anyway.
So what was the question?
Squirrel.
Right. Yeah. So what are my beliefs?
Yeah, what are your beliefs? Where were they? Either started out at? What
Well-
was the foundation for you? You can go as far back as great-grandfather.
So I'm very kind of screwed up and skewed, but I started out as a Catholic. I didn't start going to the CCD classes until I was in 5th grade. So I had to go back in with the 2nd graders to do the first communion. So
Sure.
I did that. And then I was given the choice whether or not I wanted to continue or not. And at 6th grade, who wants to go through that stuff? If you have a choice, you're just not gonna.
Yeah.
So I didn't. And 13 or 14 years old, I became an altar boy. And that was all right. And I did that for about 8 months. And the last time that I was up there, there's no like screwy minister stories or anything like that.
Okay, that's
But
good. That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Don't even go there.
Not yet.
Well, now I'm a minister, so you know.
That's why
And
I
now
brought
there are
him.
screwy
far.
minister
Yeah.
stories.
So-
And that's why I brought him.
I'm leading up to that. So, anyways, Christmas Mass was the last time that they asked me to be there, and it was me and this other girl who was about my age, and priest is going through with the incense, and he goes down the aisle, and he comes back, and he gives her the thing, and she's supposed to go into the back room and dispose of it, and she, I don't know what happened, but she knocked it off of the counter into the garbage can. Starts the garbage can on fire. The whole church starts filling up with smoke, and I'm on the other side, and I can see through the door, and I see her freaking out. So I get up, and where there's always supposed to be one of us there at all times. So I get up and I go into there because she's freaking out, and this garbage can is on fire. I don't know why she didn't think of it, but the window was right there. So I opened the window and I threw the garbage can out, and I left the window open, and we got to get back out there. So we got back out there and finished Mass, and they actually asked me to not come back.
For saving the church.
They just knew that I got up in the middle of the service that I wasn't supposed to.
Nice.
See?
Yeah. So that's the Catholic Church for you,
They-
in my view. Like,
Thank you. No
Right.
kidding.
Okay.
I thought the Catholic Church view was if it feels good, it's a sin.
Don't. Well, yeah.
I don't
That's.
know. You guys do whatever you want to.
You told us we had to be quiet.
That's fine.
So we are.
Quiet?
We,
Well, you're doing a
No,
very good job of it
whatever.
so far. Fuck
Oh,
nuts.
you were
guys-
rambling for the last 10 minutes. I wouldn't even listen.
I
I mean,
was
you guys
listening.
can. You guys can.
He's
talk, but
absolutely correct.
I'm just saying. Let's
Okay.
stay on topic. That's all.
Oh, don't worry,
That's
we
on
are.
topic.
We're on topic.
Oh my god. Well, anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
After almost having the church burned down,
burned down,
and
I
you
actually-
get kicked out.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get kicked out. They just asked me not to be an altar boy again, and I said that's fine because this sucks.
Kind of like Cub Scouts all over
I got
again.
to sleep.
Fuck this, I'm out.
I got to sleep in on Sundays again. Damn.
Oh, darn.
That's,
All right.
that's tough.
Yeah. So, anyways,
sleeping in. You
didn't
speak
really
of.
go to church other than when my grandma took me before she passed away a couple of times throughout when she'd babysit us on the weekends, and then yeah, I didn't really go. My son, moving ahead 15 more years, my son got kicked out of school, the elementary school. So we moved all 3 kids into the Lutheran school. So we had to become members of the Lutheran church, and had to go through classes, which was like five Sunday classes
So,
after mass.
what? I'm gonna interrupt. Why go through all the classes already if you were already in?
A Catholic church.
No,
Yeah.
Lutherans.
Moved areas, number one,
Well, sure.
and changed churches.
Right, but
So
Speaking of, how's that beer tasting?
the beer's awesome. Leininkugel's Honey Weiss.
anyways.
Yeah, I got Oktoberfest in my hotel room. But,
Well done. Well done.
It's pretty fantastic.
I love how
Fuck
the
yeah,
preach.
it
I
is.
love
Fuck
how the
yeah.
minister gets drunk on the podcast.
Yeah, what's with this guy over here?
All right.
What's wrong? Hey,
We're in Wisconsin. Oh,
You know,
we're not.
we
We're
are in
Minnesota.
Wisconsin, so-
I decided that I was going to play it cool and bring beer. I could have brought a bottle of Captain and said I was spiritual.
God,
So, fuck off.
God, no.
Minister's over here getting shitty, and the atheist doesn't drink anymore.
I know, right? See what I mean? This is a great combination.
Sometimes you just got to deal with it.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You gotta get, I know, right? You gotta get a little closer to that mic, man.
You need to calm down and stop telling me what to do.
I'm not telling you, I'm asking you.
We have one of these for
No.
me?
No,
All right,
not
shut
right
up.
now. Fuck off, all of you.
No, Lutheran rules versus Catholic rules.
A lot
Way
less
better?
strict.
So when I got to the Lutheran church
Mm-hmm.
and we were getting the kids enrolled in the classes and everything, the reason that we joined the church was to save money,
Mm-hmm.
really, because it was a couple $1,000s a year less if we were members as opposed to non-members having children in the church, and having 3 of them
Well,
go
that seems
there
to make sense.
was a lot.
Yeah.
So we decided we'd become members, and then you have to go 50% of the mass, which is okay, fine. So you got to go to church at least every other week, and that seemed simple enough. So we started going, and we tried to go every week, but missed a few here and there and whatever. But before I went to the classes, I talked to him, and I said, "What's the difference?" Because I was baptized Catholic, and I went to some of the CCD classes, and he said, "Well, it's basically Catholic light."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so he kind of gave me the rundown of that.
So it's like Bud Light?
only it doesn't taste as good.
Not as fun.
Not as fun.
Doesn't end up in the same. Well, never mind.
I'd rather have a Bud Light
the
than the
same
wine.
room.
Yes.
Yeah,
Christ crackers?
yeah. So no, so that's that, and then the minister bit is Bentley. When they got married, that was the reason I got ordained, because the whole thing happened where they didn't have what they thought they were supposed to have for getting married as far as an officiant, and
Right.
they needed an officiant, and then they were going back and forth between me and one of our other friends as a best man. We were sitting down for dinner one night talking about it, and I said, well, have him be the best man and I'll go get ordained. Problem solved.
Right.
And I didn't for a second think that they were going to take me up on it, because I've always kind of been the class clown. Like, don't take anything serious. You know, and
Really?
I'm like, they're not going to go for it. I mean, I'll do it, but they're not going to go for
I always
this.
thought I
And
was
I got
the
a phone
class
call the next day. Were you serious? Well, yeah. I mean, if you guys want me to, I think it'd be cool. And they're like, yeah, do it. So I hung up the phone and I said, shit. So now I got to figure this out. And I mean, it turned out really great, and I'm glad that I was able to do it. It was,
Right.
it was really awesome. And it turned into I got ordained to marry some of my best friends ended up being a kind of a thing. I've done about 35 ceremonies so
And
far.
now
Really?
35 couples are living in sin.
35, and I've only had out of them one divorce.
Well, that's good.
That's a good average.
That's a good
pretty good
average,
average.
man.
That
That's a
really
pretty good
is.
average.
Yeah. So, and actually, that was a lesbian couple, and so it was more of a commitment ceremony than an actual, 'cause
Yeah.
at the time they couldn't do it. I don't know if they can now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I thought they could.
It's all
anyways,
cool now.
Yes, which is great, but it was at the time you couldn't. So they wanted a commitment ceremony, and they were looking for somebody, and they had a friend that got a hold of me and whatever. So I did this commitment ceremony for them. Then they split up. I think they might actually be back together now.
Are you
but
efficient at it, at your job?
efficient at being an officiant?
Oh man, I was waiting for that. I was gonna
I'm
say it
an-
if he wasn't gonna.
An efficient officiant.
You are no aficionado.
Aficionado.
Yes,
You're an aficionado of efficiency.
Sometimes I'm efficient. Sometimes I drop a wedding ring.
or 6.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the
Did
one.
you get lost?
No, we found it, but it was very close to being lost. It was over the river's edge,
It was.
and that was my aunt's wedding. and
It
that
was
just a month
going
and a half
in,
ago.
man.
Well, your family. Yeah.
You know, I'm doing this. Listen
Yeah,
here, I'm doing
those
this
are the
for
ones,
free.
Those are the
you
ones you
know?
really can't fuck up in front of because they're never going to live you down. And actually, my cousin from Cincinnati just sent me a text about it like 3 days ago. Hey, remember the time you dropped the ring? I'm like, God, gotta love family.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you found the damn thing.
Yeah. So no, that was why I got ordained, and I'm actually, so I have a wedding coming up next weekend, and I have 2 next year, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be right around 40, and I'm just gonna be done. You know?
It seems like the people I've heard that have gotten that do the efficient thing, they do it for like one. Like,
Yeah.
well, that wasn't so bad. I guess it's kind of cool, and then they just keep on going. So
Yeah. Well, that was what I did. I got it for one, and I never advertised for it or anything. It was just more of a friend of a friend, or hey, I know this guy, or somebody
That's
that's
how you
been
get
at
herpes.
Somebody, yeah, right, yeah.
good transit property.
So, or somebody that's been at a wedding that I've done and they
Again.
called me up. And,
My
yeah.
statement still stands on that one.
Yeah. So, it may be why I'm getting out of it.
Because you got herpes out of it? I mean,
No.
See, here on Topic a Month, we are not factually
Oh
correct.
no. There is
Not at all.
there is very little facts ever stated.
So we got a little bit of your background on there.
Yes.
And that I'm assuming comes from all the way from you being a kid up until
Correct.
obviously this moment.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yep.
So yesterday.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Just saying. Fuck you! Don't turn off my mic, you bastard.
Which flip?
It's
which
2.
flip
It's
is
the
switched?
one down here.
Okay.
It's number
all right.
2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Got
no,
it.
I don't know. Which one is that? Is it yours?
I can't see it from there.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not gonna mess with the electronics.
Don't turn off the freaking laptop.
I have
again.
I have bad luck with switches.
No, you have awesome luck with switches. The problem is you put them on things that don't need them.
Like
Everything
Women.
you.
Ours are built in. Never mind.
there's a switch built in.
That is the
It's-
longest switch to flick. Okay? I
Yeah,
gotta
but
be honest.
You
Well, you
may
can't
not
just
be
go
doing
up
something
and...
exactly correct. then.
Just push the
jab
button.
Takes
it.
about 30 seconds.
No, it's a jab. It's instant.
Oh,
What, you don't jab?
Are you?
I jab.
Are you looking for pleasure? Or... Never mind.
Oh,
I've
the-
seen
anyway.
the things in your.
Functionality?
I've seen the things on your porch. Never mind.
Go.
Yeah. We've
No?
Yeah, Aiden, you can't say much. We've seen the dildos and rollerblades on your porch.
Yep.
Go down the street and those.
Every time.
That's not a joke, by the way. You'll see them on the way out. They're right by the door.
I pointed at him on the way.
Oh, you
in.
did? Oh,
I-
good, good.
Oh,
I'm
He
glad
that's
wasn't
what you
paying
were doing.
attention.
No, I was sorry. You were in front of me.
Yeah. He's got a point.
Ladies first is the polite way to say I want to look at your ass. That's
Ta-da!
All right, I'll take it.
There it is.
yeah. Wow. I mean, that's. Yeah, I always thought Dad was just being mean when he was trying to teach me to open doors for women, but he had a point.
He did have a point.
point,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. There was always a
Yeah.
life
It's
lesson.
chivalry,
I-
but
I-
with an underhandedness.
There
to
was
it.
there was
Yeah,
always
like that.
I was gonna say there's always a life lesson in just about anything your dad ever taught us.
Absolutely.
A lot of it was a lot of after screaming at us for 10 minutes for doing it wrong. But
That was
you. Know.
you.
Okay, that was me.
That was you.
Okay, he did yell at me a lot,
So,
but I earned it. I earned it.
what do you believe now? At this point in time, has it anything changed from the time that you were a child all the way up until now?
A little bit. but I'm basically, I still believe there's God,
Okay.
one all-powerful creator. I believe that everybody has pretty much got it. Well, not everybody, maybe, but most people have it wrong as far as how they proceed.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to phrase that. The
It's
church thing. The church has got it all wrong. And organized religion.
Organized religion.
So okay, absolutely have organized religion. But you get these churches that have this huge stained glass windows, and they have these gold fucking cups, and they have these big crosses, and they spend ungodly amounts of money to build this stuff. And if you read any parts of the Bible, you're not supposed to.
Right, especially with the whole camel through the eye of a needle thing.
Okay, I didn't get to that far.
Essentially,
I guess,
Jigga what?
it is easier to fit a camel through the head of a needle or a head of a pin or whatever it was.
Is a needle.
A needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. That essentially
Yep.
that.
Right.
But and yet
Well,
there's Catholicism
does-
with all their loot.
but does the camel have to be in
It's normal
true
size
form?
but it's normal size.
But
camel.
what if it's just the same
Small
amount as
you're
a,
reading too much into this,
It's
Al.
just one hump, okay?
need to-
Jeez.
Yeah, you should be used to that.
That's
Try,
not the
you can
first
get
time
two.
I've heard that before.
You should be used to that.
Yeah.
And
I'm out.
lights out.
Done.
Sorry, we're interrupting you.
Yeah,
again.
sorry,
You're-
we're interrupting your godly sermon here.
that's
this
all
is
right,
this
that's
is
all
good
right, that's
actually.
all right. So
This is good. I
anyways,
like this.
yeah.
This is nice.
I had this discussion shortly after I got ordained with a friend of mine, and she had said something about, so there's different sects of the Lutheran Church, and I didn't realize that until I became.
That was sex.
SECT. SECT.
Yes. Sects.
I mean, there's both.
Okay. Of the Lutheran Church. And I think it was like the Missouri Synod or something that they got a lot of things screwed up the way it sounded. And I don't know everything about it. But basically what she was complaining about was they wanted 10% of your income. And a lot of churches want that. And they'll kick you
Yeah.
out if you don't actually donate that.
Screw that.
And there's so many families that can't donate 10%. I know that when me and my ex-wife and our 3 kids were in a house together when we were all still together, I was the majority income earner, and it was hard then. And then when my ex-wife got a job, it didn't really make things easier because then we had to pay for daycare.
Right.
And everything else. So when we became members of the church, we had that extra expense. And then they still wanted 10% of our income. And we couldn't do it because we spent everything feeding and heating and gas to get
Taking
to work.
care of your
and
family
taking
is
care
a
of your
lot better than
family.
taking care of somebody else's building.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Especially when it's demanded.
Yeah, you
And
see,
that was
that's
yeah.
bullshit.
So if you and yeah, there's a video I keep seeing on Facebook, and I don't know why it keeps coming up, but it's an atheist that basically defeats the religion in his statement, and it's he talks about and I've listened to it like 3 times. He's British and he uses really large words. I don't understand it all.
Oh, boy.
That's why he's listened to it 3 times because
Yeah.
every time he goes through it, he has to look up the words the guy was
I
using.
yeah, and it's one word every time. Like, what does that one mean? Oh, God.
Transvestite? You still
Yeah.
don't know what that word
I
means?
know.
huh?
I
From
you-
Transylvania.
You
Yes.
taught me that one. Oh.
It was too.
It goes in a
listen.
it goes in a car behind the engine, right?
Yes.
Oh,
That's the
you're so
trans-
an automotive guy.
God, you're
Oh.
such a fucker. That's like tranny jacks. You need
It's
jacks
a-
for your tranny?
It's a red one.
Only if they're really short.
Yeah. Jacks for your tranny. That makes. Was that stilettos? That's jacks
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
tranny?
Mhm.
Thanks for your training. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't say that I've heard the video that you're talking about, but I would imagine it's either going to be Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins, or maybe a handful of others that are a little more famous. There's one kid, I want to say he's about 16.
No, he wasn't a kid.
Okay.
He was an older guy.
An older British gentleman who spoke really well.
Yeah.
Shit.
I would say he's in the video, anyways. He's in his early 40s, late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, that
somewhere
might be
around there.
Christopher Hitchens. Maybe. In any case, well, good. I mean, it's
Any particular Do you still go Lutheran, or are you?
I haven't been to church other than for a wedding in
Funerals?
6 years, and funerals in 6 years.
No, so no particular.
No.
Denomination.
No, I'm a Christian, and that's what I am. I'm a Christian, and like I said, I believe in God. And
Don't talk about us like that.
turn just a little bit to the left, because
Okay.
the other left.
He did it.
Oh damn! It is the left, isn't it? I was going for my left, not your left.
That's why I did it, you fucker.
Fucker.
The bitches.
Yeah, because because Buddy's back. If to let everybody know, Buddy is always backwards from everybody. So it's whenever he says left, don't go that way. Otherwise, if he's trying to give you directions, here's what he does. Okay, go up there, and I'll tell you when to turn. All right, no big deal. We get about a half an inch from the intersection. Turn here! Fuck off! I almost ripped the suspension off my truck because of that.
I know, it was great.
I like where that's going.
And then he says that I'm the asshole.
I still stand by that.
well, I'd kind of put two and
Yeah,
two.
my statement. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
yeah,
I am kind of an
I'd
asshole.
Pretty much say.
That's me, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But you just keep talking for a couple minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
What would you like me to speak about?
I don't care.
Where are you going?
Probably
Really?
religion.
What? Fuck off.
I have to get up for you to get out.
I'm not getting out.
He's gonna use
Are
the
you
cat
coming
box.
out?
I know. it
Yes,
is.
And
you are.
conceited.
You are hot and conceited there, you son of a bitch.
Oh, boy.
Just to let you know, he's taking his clothes off. You know,
I don't think
Aiden
they
did
got
say
that
he
from the
was
music.
Aiden did say he was getting his naked on tonight. And I'm like, I don't care who it is, as long as somebody's getting naked. And
Sweet.
There you
if
go.
you fuckers
it.
ain't doing it, that leads me, and you don't want to see
If
that.
you want, you can switch the fan on over there. It is
Oh, is it
plugged in. Yeah, yeah.
Is it warm in here?
I don't. I'm
All right,
fine.
how do you turn
but,
it
I
on?
mean, he's
It might just
warm.
be me.
Don't worry, it's just Buddy. No, it's just Buddy.
If he, I don't care what you do. If he wants it on, you can turn it on.
No,
That's
well,
fine.
you can turn me on if you want to, but
Come over
just
here.
You don't have to go over. You don't have to go over there for her to turn you
but
on.
the fan is all right. If you want to turn it on, you can. If you don't, I'm fine now. I have my.
I don't know. It's new. I haven't used it
There's
yet.
not a single fucking thing on there that even says where the on button is.
Well, we're gonna talk to it nice and see what happens.
Ooh,
That's
talk to
probably
it
not
dirty.
gonna
That'll
happen,
turn.
bro.
Throw everything on the floor.
That's all
So
right.
it looks like you two are taking notes over there, while Buddy over here was.
I wouldn't call it taking notes.
Let's share with the class.
Yeah, why not?
Do you really want to hear what note passing we were doing back and forth?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you.
We were talking about you.
We were actually talking about you.
What did I do?
Well, because you know how I
I'm.
I move the mic
whatever.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I move it up
So-
and down and all over the fucking place. So then but it's out of my fucking way. So I do it, and she looks at me like, "What the fuck?" So
So that's the same look that we all give you all the time, anyways.
yeah,
Okay.
Same
yeah,
one.
same
Got it.
same
No
look.
difference.
So I'm like, well, I wrote down, I'm like, I'm gonna fiddle with it. My options are limited.
I said, "Are you gonna fiddle with it all night?"
Yeah, are you gonna fiddle with it all night? And I said, yes, my options are limited. And
I'm like, really? You kept the note?
well, it was in my
Why
pocket.
not?
Oh, gee.
I was gonna
think
throw it
that's
away
probably a
later.
good
It's like
idea.
having
You
a
know?
teacher. What are you doing here?
Well, what the fuck? So anyway, I'm like, and then
I don't even know where it came
and then of
from.
course,
Showed
smartass
up
over here.
someday.
Smartass over here. Well, Buddy would probably help you with that. I'll tape. And I told her to hold the camera still, and that's actually why girls do the taping. It's anyway.
Yeah, it's easier to
It's easier to jill off than it is to jack off, and you can
Right.
hold the camera and not shake
jump
the camera.
around so much.
You know how
I'm
hard it is?
helping you guys out.
You know how hard it is to hold the camera, and jerk off at the same time. It's a
Yeah.
pain in the ass.
Actually, I do.
Well, stop holding the camera in your ass, and it won't be a
Well,
pain.
You're doing it
Maybe. Well, like they give you that selfie stick, and there's only one way to use that.
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
That's what that's for. I was wondering why.
Why do you think it's like rounded on the end and squishy? I mean, you got to
Actually-
stick it somewhere.
If you use it right, you can pour somebody else a beer.
I know you can.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, you can use
So
it
it looks
for
like you got some notes down there that
Oh,
you were
I don't
taking
have
earlier.
notes.
Well, what's with the little book that you got?
Oh, the book was for when you ask a question.
Well, I thought you were taking notes.
Mhm.
Well, what kind of question
might
can I
have.
ask if you've already written things down?
Oh, no.
Anything
This
you
is for
want.
answering the question. Last time you started that way, so I had time.
Well,
She
what?
did.
Oh,
That was why.
Oh, well,
Yes.
hot damn then.
I know,
You're
right?
welcome.
We're
Yes.
getting on to this. I
Yeah.
am also a little unprepared.
Because
little
this
unprepared.
one told me that there would be questions, so not to have notes.
I didn't say there was going to be. I said, sure, there might be.
Like,
I like your vagueness.
Well, that's a lot better than what he gave me.
Nothing.
I thought you.
We're doing a
Absolutely
podcast
nothing.
tonight. You want to come with? Sure. What are we doing? I don't know. I think we're doing it on religion. I'm like, okay.
By the way,
Big.
I had already texted you and said I think I got a minister that would join us for this podcast.
I knew about it before you did.
Yeah, even he knew about it.
You're still a
excellent.
dick.
I know this.
All right.
Wait, did
Long
he just
as we're
yell?
on the-
The word of the day is dicks.
That's always the
always
word.
the
Oh,
word.
here we go with the double dick again.
So, do you know what anybody here believes?
I
all?
believe that I don't have enough beer to deal with him,
I believe that Buddy is
No.
correct.
There is not enough beer in Wisconsin.
which is saying something. Yeah.
Seeing as how I live there.
That's true.
No, actually, that's kind of. I was surprised that you started with me because, yeah.
Well,
I
we've
know that
kinda
they have
got-
both been here, but you know.
Yeah, we've kind of gone over it before, but yeah, we'll go with them. So
Yeah.
either one of you, if you want to step up to the plate and swing and a miss.
Um,
Oh my God,
I'm just gonna.
that was my wife.
That was excellent.
Hi, Kendra.
Run.
Hello.
Hi.
How are those potatoes?
Apparently, potatoes has an extra P in it. And an extra O.
Oh, yeah.
Potatoes.
Potatoes or
Yeah,
poop potatoes.
Potatoes.
And I'm like, that sounds delicious. I'll have some of that.
It's the only way to have them. Can't tell if it's Yukon Gold or it came out of my butt.
Either way,
Um,
really. And then asshole's over there texting on his fucking
So
phone.
let's
Okay.
let's go over what you believe.
Chat snap.
Flapper snap.
Stop snapping your chat
Stop
over there.
snapping your chat and shut the snap up.
So, Alan, let's reiterate.
Reiterate.
What do you believe?
That means to say it again, right?
Oh,
Say it
wow.
again?
It's like when I do the interview and ask them about a time they've been proactive, and I have to explain proactive.
The word proactive.
Jesus.
Come again.
Exactly.
Say it again one more time.
If you want me to, I will. But kind of getting a pool over here. So anyway, yeah. So basically, like I said, Christian background. Don't really believe much anymore. About sums it up.
Sweet.
Like I said, I was with Buddy on that one. I feel like all got it wrong. I have no problem with religion whatsoever. Believe in what the hell you want to believe in. You go right the hell ahead. Ain't gonna be a problem. Nope. Sorry, I'm out. I got better things to do sometimes. But yeah, I do have a problem with organized religion.
So it's not even the whole got it wrong thing, but that was where I started out with the conversation that I had with my friend, and she was complaining about the 10% from the church.
Yeah.
Church wants 10% of your income.
What the fuck?
So if you think about it, 10,000 years ago. No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be 10,000 years
Let's-
ago.
let's-
Well, okay,
let's
fine.
go
So
3.
let's go with like 1,400 years ago. Okay,
Just say 2,000.
whatever. Right around that. Right around that time. So they're getting the Catholic Church going and whatever else.
Sure, why not?
So they're trying to organize a little bit, and they didn't have the big churches and they didn't have the big statues, like whatever. So they would ask for 10% of everybody's income so that they could have their weekly gatherings
which
or
was
monthly gatherings.
nothing.
There wasn't a monetary thing. It was never a monetary thing. It wasn't supposed to be a monetary thing. It wasn't an income thing. It got translated to an income thing.
Well,
what
that-
they wanted was 10% of what you had so that you could share with the community. It was
See,
a
that-
community thing. And that is what it's
Is
supposed
what
to be.
it's supposed to
It's
be.
supposed to be about
It's a
community.
co-op,
Exactly.
it's
so it
come
wasn't
together.
10% of give me your money. It was 10% of you raise chickens. So bring your chickens and we'll have a cookout. You have a corn crop. We bring your corn and we'll eat your
Damn
corn.
commies.
And
Right.
corn cup
Well,
commies.
So I mean that's the way it started out, and that kind of makes sense because it was
Yes.
a community helping.
It was a community helping
each
each
other.
other. Yes.
This is not a community helping each
No,
other.
this
They have
is-
food drives that they'll do that for.
But that
and
doesn't
they
do
have,
shit.
They have other stuff that they'll do that with. That 10% that gets donated goes to the church. It
Yeah.
goes to pay the ministers.
Fuck
or
that. He should be
priest's
working for free.
salary,
And their house.
and it pays for their house, and,
And
then
their
it pays
3
for
cars,
the
and
power,
it's like,
and it pays
fuck
for the
that crap.
water, and it pays for all this other stuff, and then everything else is tax exempt. And I agree with that. It should be tax exempt, but they still.
Tax the church, free the world.
You ain't kidding, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying.
It's yeah. I don't agree with the way that things have gone in the last 500 years.
Yeah.
You
When it
know?
started being.
and then if you actually read history, I love the History Channel and I love it around Christmas time. Yeah. That's awesome around Christmas. Do you guys ever watch that?
Yes.
So did you ever see all the stuff that they have on how Christianity became what it is today?
Yes.
It took all these other religions, paganism and Greek and whatever, and they put them all into oh yeah, well you have a big whatever. That's
Thanks. I didn't think you
Wow.
noticed.
all right.
We're back on this.
So
Easter and a
East-
lot of the Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas,
it's
yeah.
pagan and Wiccan and
Right.
from
Well,
the
Exactly.
that's actually why Christmas was moved to December.
yeah, it's a big conglomeration
It's-
of
yeah.
every
Yeah,
other
because
religion
Jesus
out there.
was born in August or something.
It
wasn't
was, yeah. They found out that it was like they figured that it was somewhere in August. Because here's the thing I always love about Christmas time: people always bring their manger scenes out, and they got snow on the little mangers, and there's snow on the camels, and there's here we go. No,
Where the
don't
fuck
get
are
ahead
they
of
in
me.
August that has snow?
No, to get a hold of me. No.
Okay.
Do you know where Jerusalem? I'm sorry. Do you know where Nazareth is in the
In
world?
fucking desert.
In the middle of the fucking desert. There ain't no goddamn snow there. Don't fucking horse shit me.
So even in Christmas there wouldn't be snow there.
No, exactly. Even if it was December, there would
sorry.
still not be snow in the desert.
I didn't realize that. I don't have a globe.
You should.
It'd be like 50 degrees. And
Yeah.
like snow.
It's like, don't tell me they were bundling them up because it was cold out. It was the middle of the fucking desert, man. You ain't bundling shit. Sorry.
No, that's fair.
I mean, come on.
To me, it is better to be factually accurate
Yes.
than to go along with something that you just assume is accurate, even when there's evidence to
Evidence
show.
evidence against it, yeah.
But-
Wait, I've used that one. It's evidence against us.
Yeah.
Like exhibit A.
Everybody's got to have their beliefs, and everybody's got to
Yes.
have a little bit of faith in something. And then so you're an atheist.
Yes.
You have to have faith in something. I'm not talking religious. I'm not talking God. You have to have faith in something.
Well, like
Is
what?
it faith
though?
in yourself?
No, I don't have faith in myself.
No.
Faith in your wife?
No, I don't have faith in my wife.
Okay.
I believe that my wife, and I hope that my wife is faithful to me, and it shows.
Listening to this?
But I don't.
Good job.
Faith is is belief with the lack of evidence completely. It is going into something, assuming that it is true, without having any background whatsoever on it. That is faith. I have hope and belief that my wife will be faithful to me, because as she has shown over the last 6 years, and I have no other evidence to show that she is going to be unfaithful to me. I know that she loves me because
She hasn't met me yet.
That's true. That's true.
I was going to say, as of right now.
This is going to be a polyamorous relationship as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you're cool with it. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a good bottom.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Don't let him fool you. Sure, don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
He's a good everything.
Right on.
I'm not as bendy as I used to be.
Yeah, but we'll make sure you are this week. Yeah, we're gonna go to some Pilates and some yoga classes. That'll just be amazing.
Have you done Pio? It's like both of them combined. It's insane.
Wouldn't that? Yeah, that'd be crazy.
we
as shit.
awesome.
What are we talking?
It's way
about?
better. Anyway, go ahead.
What?
Do we get to like put them in a sheet and toss them into the ceiling? I mean, because I would
Sure.
totally up with that.
That's a pinata, not pio.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Okay, sure.
Were we eating papaya?
Wouldn't it be pillow?
We could.
Wouldn't it be pillow? I mean, wouldn't that be Pilates and yoga pillow? I mean,
Okay, that's a whole different thing.
wow.
It's a different kind of exercise.
Aiden likes to bite the pillow.
Might be closer.
What? You can say
I don't
anything
even
you
know what's
want.
going on.
Do you have a picture of your sister? You said anything I want. Do you have a picture of your sister?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
That Facebook does.
Can you get one for me?
No.
Why not?
Why do you need a picture of my sister?
Because the last time she was
What's your
over, her
sister's
face
name?
was buried in my pillow.
Fuck. Yeah, that's the first time you ever saw that one, huh? By the way, that has been a running joke for probably, 20 years now? Yeah. I hate
Since
you.
we were roommates.
I fucking hate you. Just so you know.
That's my first favorite. My second favorite is
Get your hand away from my face, you fucker.
Does that feel like my ass? I rub my hand on his cheek, the back of my hand on his cheek. Does that feel like my ass? He's sitting on the couch in our apartment. And I walk up to him after taking a shower and I rub my hand on his cheek. Does that feel like my ass? Get the hell out of here, buddy. So the second time I do it, he reaches up and he grabs my arm. I see how.
It doesn't look like your fucking hand, your ass either. And I let go of his arm real quick.
So now I see how this is gonna go. So day number 3, I walk into the room after getting out of the shower. I turn around, I drop my towel, and I say, "Al, does this feel like my ass?" And he reaches back and he's got a big handful of my ass.
Full handful of ass.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna have to cut this off. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for bringing. By the way, this is why I don't bring you places. You embarrass me in front of my friends.
You invited me here, So fuck off.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm an embarrassment. You all right over there, Eden? Oh yeah.
That was plotted, planned, and executed extremely well.
Oh yeah.
Good
Yes,
job.
thank you very much. And
Good
that was
job.
that was like 16 years ago. So
Yeah, it was.
I've had a
Yeah, it
lot of
was.
time to practice since then. I've been waiting to come on this podcast, Al. You're welcome.
We've been practicing.
Time. Oh my
See what
god.
I mean? This is where like fellowship, where they talk about that crap in religion, how your fellowship and stuff. Help your fellow man, treat your fellow man. Yeah, I don't want to treat this fellow over here. He's a fuck.
He still hasn't. 16 years. He still hasn't given me a picture of his sister. It's fucked up.
That is rude. That is
Yeah, I know,
very rude.
right?
I thought so
Right.
too. That's why I didn't do it.
No, rude of you not to give me one.
Oh,
I think Aiden's
oh,
with me on
sorry.
this
I
one
don't-
here. Right? Yeah.
Both you fuckers.
So, what
now?
What do you believe now?
This
make-
conversation
let's-
has been very interesting.
Let's go around the entire full circle.
Oh boy.
I think she
So-
believes that Al should give me a picture of his sister also.
That is.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. If you run into her on the street, you won't know.
Well, unless
Yeah, he
never
knows my damn sister.
Sure, that's what
We've
you
been
think.
friends for what, 20-odd years now? 25? Oh fuck, it's been fucking longer than that. Son of a bitch, it's been closer to 30.
Don't say that. Why do you guys make us
Oh
seem
my
so
God.
old? Stop
no, it
it.
hasn't been 30. It's been 25.
25 years.
Jeez.
So, what do you believe?
I'm not sure anymore.
Oh, that's fine.
Those two have not evolved an inch. That's what she thinks.
Well, yeah, I kind of like it.
I mean, well, yeah, okay, we got older and we got taller, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, there's more facial hair now.
Yeah, there was a lot more of that. Yeah, I try not. Well, of course, we live in a place where the air hurts your face. You're goddamn right. I'm wearing a something here.
No.
You're just a dick.
Why am I a dick?
Because
Stop playing with it, and that won't happen.
I want to take a drink, and the mic is in my way, so I have to move
Well,
the fucking
before you
mic.
move that thing, tell me why I'm a dick.
Because that's the only answer you need. Have faith, my friend. Have
You're-
faith,
Oh,
my friend.
boy.
I'm a dick.
Wow.
Well,
That's
you're
awesome.
wrong about the facial hair
We're
thing.
back to faith.
What about it?
Okay.
It's multifunctional.
I know.
It doesn't keep me warm.
You know, Cherie's starting trying to talk.
No,
here.
no,
Maybe
go
you should
ahead.
shut your
I'm
hole.
interested. I'm not able to grow that, so.
Be thankful.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I kind of like it.
I don't know.
I kinda
like
really
it.
grow much.
Huh?
On a girl?
Well, no.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I like my beard on a girl, yes.
Not gonna argue with you on that one. No,
Right.
no, not at all.
No. So
I don't know. I look fucking homeless when mine grows out.
I just wanted to make sure that the last time I made this statement and somebody took a drink, they spit beer out their nose. So it's multifunctional.
Okay,
It
buddy.
sops up
Well,
the
I'll
beer.
play your game. Why, buddy?
Because this tickles the thighs on the side, and then you got the flavor saver in the middle. And
He's
if you're
not
really,
wrong.
And if
He's
you're
not wrong.
and if you're really good, you get a lot of flavor. What the fuck is wrong with you? A great many things. But
Yeah, it's probably a shorter list of what isn't wrong with you.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, completely off the subject.
Well, that's just how we
So-
do.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
So-
going to move this, and you go ahead.
Religion. Yeah.
Religion.
Agnostic, definitely something. I know I'm with them on organized religion. Definitely.
Well, I think-
it's ridiculous.
I think
things
with
have been
anybody with a
changed so
brain
much.
kind of does have a
You would think.
that. Well, yeah, I know you would
would
think. But
think.
so far, I think we're shooting pretty much for everybody that we've had on for the topic has been pretty much organized religion
Yep.
sucks. Believe whatever you want to. I don't
Yep.
care. So long as it doesn't harm anybody else or hinder anybody else's rights, it's fine.
I appreciated last time. I think the conclusion was don't be a dick about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the
That's
philosophy.
always
is
the-
don't be
yeah,
a dick.
it's-
Philosophy around here is
perfect.
don't be a dick.
But it really,
Yeah.
it's great because don't push your stuff on me, and I'm not gonna, tell you what you should think. Just don't tell me what I should think, and don't judge me. That's all I want.
Right. Unfortunately,
There's too much of
we
that.
don't
is
work
what
like
the
that.
problem-
But,
No,
yeah.
exactly. That's not how the real world happens.
Yeah.
But back here in the real world where the rest of us sit, that shit doesn't make sense. Hi.
Right on.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
fuck, I don't
See,
know.
I didn't rant.
I was,
Which is really surprising. I was actually gearing up for it.
You were.
Yeah, he was.
Motherfucker. here
Well,
it
you don't want me
comes.
to go over it again, do you? I
Well,
mean,
no,
now they've already heard all of the craziness. So.
Yeah, no,
No,
we've got
not all of
we've
it.
got
Yeah.
most
No.
of the craziness.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we've got
though.
your background, which is awesome. It's pretty
Yes.
long.
Long.
Heisman, I think we have yours.
Yeah, mine is
Pretty
don't
much the
care.
same kind
Yeah,
of
it's
thing.
pretty much the same thing. I have a problem with organized religion. It's all about greed and control.
Well, absolutely. So
yeah,
we're
control. That was. Yeah.
we're like 3 for 3 on agreeing on everything that's been brought to the table, which is
I
don't know if it's
Well, we
you
did
know, I
grow
have
up
a friend who would totally disagree with us.
Well, yeah, we all.
I have
grew
a
up.
friend from our high school who would totally disagree with us.
with that
'Cause
organized religion is
Yep,
awesome.
she is Catholic through and through. Catholic. We
good
argue all the
Lord.
time.
Why?
That's how she was raised, and it's how she thinks, and it's how her brain works.
can.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, but through
I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, I,
I think
suppose
it's
you would
tradition.
ask the same question.
I think
to me.
it's like when I was in like doing synagogue and stuff. A lot of the Jews really liked the tradition. Obviously, I'm not quoting the movie, but really, it's Catholics and Jews. It's tradition. It's just
To hate each other?
no.
Well, they
I'm
probably
gonna bite
do.
you in about a minute.
Ooh, you get him from one side, I'll get him from the other.
Okay, so
Middle, middle,
he's
middle,
got the middle.
middle.
Oh, it's,
know,
it's all yours.
No, but
Um,
really, for her,
I have
it's the
some peanut
tradition.
butter?
She likes like how they go through all the steps. She feels like it's the right way to. She's put her kids in the Catholic school, just like she was, just like her sister was, just like her mother was. It's tiring to argue with her about religion. She is all Catholic all the time.
That's kind of one thing that I don't really. I mean, I understand for the need for a community for some people,
Right.
and that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
that's fine. But you can have communities outside of that. I mean,
That don't have to involve your other communities.
See, but she tries that, and she
Yeah.
says she doesn't fit in. But in church, she fits in. No, in church, they're happy you're there because you're giving them money.
yes.
You don't fit in the other places because those people are judging you. But hey, guess what? So are the church people, but they're getting your money.
But they're judging you silently
Right.
in the back pew.
Right. I am just very frustrated with her.
yeah, and you can have the sense of community
Mm-hmm.
in a church, obviously, because there's still organized religion still
Right.
around. There's a church on pretty much every single corner,
Right.
no
Next to
matter
the bar.
next to the bar.
here.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
Right.
she should go to a bar.
Right.
Yeah, she
well,
goes to
and
bar
that's
'cause
the
guess
thing.
what?
Her husband.
Everybody accepts them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they get the
It
money.
is.
Yeah,
it's
and
exactly the same thing. The bartender's going to treat you well because you're giving him money.
Right. Well, and the thing is, her husband
Yeah.
is 100% against Catholicism. This is not his thing. He doesn't like it.
That- I find
He
that to be
had
incredibly strange.
He had to go through all this bullshit with the church in order to marry her inside the church, and of course that's what she wanted. So he's trying to make her happy. That was probably the last time he made her happy, unfortunately. Never mind. Anyway, so he literally, though, during the ceremony, he walked around and made fun of the whole ceremony. She wasn't happy that night. It was kind of funny, but to
very
me,
funny.
not to her.
Yeah.
Because I'm me. So, yeah, he went through all the things he had to get married.
Right.
The problem was, after that, he doesn't want to go to church. And she's pissed at him. Well, of course he doesn't want to go to church. He didn't want to go to church before.
Yeah,
This is
it's not
his
going to change
thing.
anything. One ceremony, especially a long ceremony,
Oh, my God, yes.
isn't really going to change anything one way or the other. It's not going to make you believe. It doesn't.
Oh, no, not at all. And he's gone through his own things with religion, so he's just not interested. He doesn't want to go to church. He doesn't want to be drugged there with his wife and kids. He's like, go if you want to go, but stop pushing your stuff on me.
Yeah.
And in a family
Well,
dynamic,
absolutely.
it's just not work. It's painful.
For
everyone.
I suppose since they got a Catholic wedding, she's Catholic. There is no divorce whatsoever. You have to be
No.
unhappy for the rest of your life.
Yep, and that's what he said. That's
That
like when they've
sucks.
argued about this over the last few weeks. That's what he said. I guess I just have to be miserable then.
Well,
And I'm like, oh my.
there's religion
I'm
for
pretty
you.
sure he can just leave.
Yeah, I don't know what happens. Although I'm sure the thing that happened to my grandfather probably doesn't happen anymore because they still want your money.
Yeah,
right, but
they're probably not going to.
why
So-
wouldn't she be able to get an annulment on that? And on you can base it on the difference of religion itself. Like, well, I'm going to be a Jew now, or whatever. Or if he wants
Yeah.
to be something else, it doesn't
No, he
matter.
doesn't.
Buddhist.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, you can fucking lie
Make it
about
up,
it. What are they
yeah.
going to do? How are they going to prove it? Like, oh, you're not Buddhist. I
You're gonna
can
check
tell.
up on him.
Right. Like, it's just.
Oh, that's that old joke, right? Why did you guys get divorced? Well, because we had a difference of religion. Well, what do you mean? Well, I'm Catholic and she's a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, I heard it the other way.
Well, you
I
would.
heard that we got divorced in a difference of religion because she doesn't believe that I'm God and I do.
Well, there's that. That's the other one. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
I married him. Oh, never mind. Moving on.
So it's silly. Like,
You can-
how do you prove something like that? What are the judges going to say? No, you're still Catholic because you got married Catholic. Oh, I can't change my idea.
Yeah.
What? I like
Change your belief
2% milk
structure?
now instead of skim. Fuck off. Like
So-
it doesn't.
Well, it's like drinking Elmer's glue.
they can get divorced.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter in the Catholic Church. They need to have the annulment for the Catholic Church in
Yep.
order for her to get married again,
Remarried.
or even to be accepted into the church with the divorce.
That's just fucking leave the
Otherwise,
church.
you're
Problem solved.
excommunicated. You're
you go.
excommunicated. Your kids are
Excommunicated.
bastards
Yes.
again.
I have a friend who went through the same thing back down where I live when she got divorced because her husband was a cheating asshole, lying cheating asshole, who
Even
was
better.
in jail most of the time, and she had to lie to her kids about where dad was. Dad's gone for work. And to the friends, he's gone for work. When he was really in fucking jail, and she finally got sick of it, and she left, and the church wouldn't give her an annulment. So she left the church.
Yep.
Because
Good.
seriously,
Good.
we had to talk about that, and because I actually did her second wedding ceremony, and they're both very good friends of mine. I did the ceremony, and yeah, and we talked about it at length, and it was just retarded. Like seriously,
Yep. It is. It's ridiculous.
you know what the annulment is?
A
They
piece of
make
paper.
it's a piece of paper and money.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're freaking
Why wouldn't it be
Catholic.
money?
About $3,000.
It's all about money.
It's
Really?
about $3,000.
Yep.
I have another friend who got married down in Manawa and down where I used to live, and he was Catholic and she was not, and they were both divorced, and he had to get his annulled. She wasn't Catholic, wasn't married Catholic. Her ex-husband wasn't Catholic, but they had to go through the Catholic Church to get her wedding, her marriage annulled through the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't a Catholic wedding, which is retarded because if you think about it, and if you go to a Catholic church and you weren't married in a Catholic church and you go as a married couple, that don't recognize your marriage
Yep.
because it wasn't a Catholic.
It wasn't a Catholic
Right.
ceremony.
So in order for her to
Yep.
get married again to a Catholic in a Catholic church, she had to get her first marriage annulled. It was a money thing.
It was.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
all a fucking money
money.
thing, and that's
The-
where I have a problem with it, and that's where I think most people have a problem with it.
Greed
It's
and
a
control.
money thing.
Greed and control.
Church was never supposed to be about money. It was
Go to
supposed to be
church.
helping community.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yes.
It's a community function that is based on relatively something good. But once you bring money into it, then greed follows suit rapidly.
Because $20
afterwards.
$20 says.
See? Yeah.
Some
there it
guy's
is.
like, well, I don't have anything to give. Can I just give you some money instead? And they like
Well,
Because he didn't
Here's
have any
my-
chickens.
opportunity
Why-
knocking.
what's
Yeah.
why? I want to know why we decided organized religion was a good idea when in the friggin' ass Bible it says, where 2 or more people are gathered, I am there.
This,
You
well,
don't need
So
a giant congregation. Have you seen
You don't
half of
need
these
any
buildings?
congregation.
Half
So
of these
one
churches,
person
they're
can't believe in
huge.
God?
They're
so
huge.
God's not there when it's only one person?
What's that movie?
I knew he wasn't
What's that
watching
movie?
me when I masturbated.
No, he's watching you all the time because you're
Except
trouble
in the
and he needs-
bathroom,
I
don't
really
pray there.
am. I've
Oh
got
wait, you're
the-
not a Jew. Never mind.
I'm not a Jew. It's okay.
You're not a Jew.
I'm not a Jew. What are you babbling about over there, fucker?
Okay, that movie.
That narrows it
Who
down.
had English class with me, with Mr. Baker?
Oh, I probably
Me
did.
and Chris
I don't
Ryan.
know. Oh God, yeah, that was probably me.
Okay.
That was not me. I had it separate. I had like 7th hour. You had
Okay.
him like 6th.
Okay, so what's the movie? It's not National Lampoons. Is it National Lampoons with the
Life of Brian, or the it's Monty Python.
Monty Python?
Monty Python,
and the
yeah.
Holy Grail.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the Spanish Inquisition. It was the
No,
it was
yeah,
the,
no,
was it the
it's-
Spanish
it's the-
Inquisition?
That's the
Yes.
same guy.
When they did the
It's
Catholic-
Monty.
Nobody,
it's Monty Python.
nobody
Monty
expects
Python.
the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah. So
Yes.
but- okay. So yeah, but
Yeah.
so when
Ministry
they
of-
did the whole Catholic Church move,
Yeah.
that's what they did. That's how people got converted to a Catholic church. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't. Hey, this is cool.
No.
This is fun.
No,
it
it's
was,
always by the sword.
I'm
It's
gonna
fear.
kill you if you don't do this.
Yep.
Which is
Fear.
exactly what Islam is doing right now. They're
Exactly,
doing the
and that's
same
why their
exact thing.
numbers are so high.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
why their
it-
numbers are so high.
Which to me doesn't really make any sense. Okay, so if you're going to threaten somebody with death, or they convert,
It's not really a choice there.
well, right? Well, I mean it is, but any rational person would just convert so they're alive. So if they have they already believe in the afterlife. So what
Yeah,
difference
so
does it
what
make?
does it
Number
make?
one.
Yeah.
Number two, if you're going to convert to Islam, then the whole point is to go to the afterlife. So just take the sword
Just take the
or the bomb or
It's-
whatever
you
it is
see,
right away.
It's the whole.
it's-
Yeah, well, them fuckers are too late because Hugh Hefner's up there, and I ain't virgins.
Ain't no
more.
virgins up there.
Right.
no more.
I mean, it's just like it doesn't. I
it does
don't
not
comprehend
compute.
there's no
There is
logic to
there
it.
is a syntax error happening there, and it does
Yeah.
not compute.
It doesn't.
I mean,
I
come
don't
on,
understand
seriously?
it.
ID10T.
No, PEBCAC.
Okay.
PEBCAC error. That's a problem exists between chair and keyboard.
Fuck. I want that keyboard.
Is
this
that why you
thing-
turned off again?
Is this thing still recording by any chance?
Thanks. Yeah, it's still recording.
ID10T.
Yeah, I know what it means, fucker.
Okay, fuck you.
Fuck it, format it. We'll start over.
They fuck a lot
That
over
They
happens.
there.
do fuck a lot.
Yeah.
Way
I've kinda
too
noticed.
much.
You remember last week?
No.
Weird things that have been set in my garage and
Yes.
home.
Yes.
Fuck it, format it. We'll start over.
Yeah, that came from me.
Oh.
That came from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, many times. Too much internet porn. Well, not that there's ever too much internet porn, but too much.
much.
No,
Those
I
are
know,
words
does not
that
compute,
don't.
does not the wrong kind of internet porn.
Those don't.
Not like,
no,
not
I
like
don't.
horse porn.
Are we
or
back
anything
to, like,
that, but,
midgets again?
No,
we're
no,
back.
I thought
that's
you
not
liked
the wrong,
that.
That's not the
Yeah,
wrong kind
okay.
of internet porn. No, I guess okay. Internet porn from the wrong site. Is that better? Internet porn from the wrong site. You
Yeah,
get
okay.
viruses. I got my computer got an STD. It happens.
Fucking
Yes,
format
it
Start over.
did.
Format.
Fuck it, format it. And then we're
You know,
writing
and the
fucking
worst part-
lines of
the
code
worst-
through the whole thing. We skip a step. We're on 96. We skip 12.
The worst part about the whole thing is that it wasn't even my internet.
Find out.
I'm trying.
Well, try fucking harder.
Okay, we just picked back up.
Okay, good. Okay, so we
Hello.
lost. Hello.
Oh, boy.
We're back. Apparently, our computer just decided to shut down. Now it's back all up, and here we go.
I'm not trying, but if you have no problem with it,
I'm not. I
Oh,
just
okay.
I can't tell if it's you or
No,
if
it's
like
me.
an animal.
it's
or-
me. Sorry.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
It's better that
You
you
get a
don't.
sticker?
I want a
Would you?
sticker.
You would like a
You're
sticker?
getting
Whenever you
stickers.
get a chance.
He's
Well, I got it
one.
downstairs.
He's kind of busy right
Downstairs,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I'm not
so
really
now
busy.
that now that we're completely back on track
Let's
here.
be honest.
Do we have to start
Don't
over?
do anything.
No.
We picked back up at the hour mark.
Okay,
Oh.
good.
Keep going.
Oh,
So
we're over an hour already.
Yeah, it goes quick. It goes really quick.
Yeah, it does usually.
The first 10 minutes slog through,
Yep.
and then it just goes
Well,
rapid.
that was Al talking, so of course they're gonna. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth, and
but
you know it.
but is the truth out there?
No, it's in
My
somebody's
leg
pants.
says it
Where's
is.
Joe?
Trust no one.
Never mind. Hello. No. Anyway, so we were talking about religion and shit like that. And we're completely backwards off of this one now. You keep mentioning co-host. So can we find some like funds in the budget to get me a T-shirt, or do we have to
Yeah.
share?
Yeah.
Or
That
do we
was
have
kind
to?
of the
Can-
point.
Do we
Can
have
we
to
donate for
share?
T-shirts?
Well, see, I was going to do either one thing. I know we're still recording and we're not really on topic anymore, but yeah, it was either we get you a shirt,
That's okay.
or it
Can I
was
just share yours?
Well,
Yes.
I thought you guys were all
Oh
sharing.
my
it.
fucking god!
You want to talk about a religious experience? That's a fat guy in a little shirt right there, man.
fucking sexy.
Fuck, sexy. I'll fill that shirt out something fierce.
You're definitely bringing sexy back.
You have to come see one of my cooks one day,
Nah, it's all right.
What's his name? You might be into him.
Dave.
Dave,
Done.
No, Dave's not here, man. No,
you're cool. You're cool.
you're cool.
You're
Fuck
cool.
you. You're out. So, anyway, but yeah, no, I mean religion. It's such a hard topic to. God, I get tries about every time. It's such a hard topic to like pinpoint. You know.
What do you mean?
Like you can't narrow it down to, oh, well, you believe in this, and oh, you believe in that. Well, then you clash, and oh, fuck you, you're going to believe in what I believe in. No, I'm not. Fuck you, you know. And
No, I mean I
Yeah,
argue with my
clashes.
friend who's Catholic all
Yeah,
the time, but
but
we
do
don't
you
hate each. We
win?
still like each
Do
other.
you
Are
win?
you Lutheran?
We agree to disagree. Oh
that's,
God, no.
that's losing. You
Yeah.
know, it's
No, we agree to disagree.
like-
it's
it's-
not though, because like I think that her,
outlook.
yeah, is very interesting.
Yes.
I think that it's interesting that she really, really believes in something so much. And I
just
think she
scary.
finds it interesting that I really just
Don't.
don't. I've had really shitty experiences
Yeah, exactly.
with
right.
churches. I'm sorry. Like,
I find that really, really odd too. That everybody will come to their own conclusion based on something completely different. Like, say you fell in love and then you found religion soon after, or you fell in love in the church, or whatever it was.
I tried
You
that.
can come to religion that way, or you can go to religion through pain and suffering. You can do the same damn thing.
Yeah.
Whereas you had really bad experiences with religion, you
Mm-hmm.
are essentially agnostic right now. I didn't really have all that much with religion, and I'm 100% an atheist, without a doubt. So I find it really odd that a lot of people can come to, well, excuse me, odd is not really the right word.
Yes,
to
it
use.
is. Odd is the right word.
That we can come to
Different.
the same conclusions, but through different ways of getting there.
Yeah,
Interpretation.
but that's the beauty
Right.
of the religion.
and that's
And
how
the
I
lack
feel.
It's
of.
for us.
Yes,
it's for us. It's
like
how
so-
you interpret it.
if you
is for
interpret
you.
it right, and
So
it's
that was
however
the-
you interpret things. Yes.
That was the faith thing, and I think that we miscommunicated a little bit on there. So what you were talking about was blind faith.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other,
Yes.
such as?
Well, just like regular faith.
Like-
so you're talking.
Like
you're talking.
unleaded.
So yeah. So I have faith that I am going to keep my job, and I have faith that my car is going to run.
Well, see,
because it has
that's
been.
not
That
faith,
car,
though.
first of all, your job
Belief-
your job
belief.
gave you
So
that
belief-
car.
Well, it's not
This is
really
belief
belief.
of
It is you're coming to a logical conclusion that you will still have your job. And how did we come to that conclusion? Are you a good worker?
No,
Oh, bullshit.
Then you're getting fired next week. Sorry.
Right.
But
How they
I'm,
put you
I'm
in
going
charge
to
of
be under the
anything.
assumption that you're a good worker. Your
Right.
boss likes you. You produce,
the
and you're
boss.
well. Then there you go. Right. Then
I still have bosses.
So do you like yourself?
right.
I mean,
Sometimes.
then I can come
said
to the
like, not
conclusion, as
play.
I'm sure you have, that you're not going to get fired because you do your job well, you do it efficiently, and that is not okay. Alan's shaking his head over there.
Yeah,
he
not
must
a
be a
working-
carpenter like
not-
me.
not
Can't
a
even nail
working
two
unit.
boards
not
together.
a working unit.
not a working unit Al over here.
Hello.
So I'm going to go under the assumption that because of all that, you already know you can come to a good conclusion that you're not going to get fired.
Yeah.
Has your car been making noise?
The job gave him the damn car.
Well, there you go. Then you know. Then you probably know that your vehicle's not going to
Yeah,
explode.
well, yeah.
You can come to that conclusion without belief, without faith, or without hope. You essentially know. Is something going to change? Yeah, certainly something. But that's out of your control. You just have. There's no way to assume it unless you're actively doing something to change it.
Okay.
I mean that. To me, faith is without a doubt blind 110%. I can have faith that the sun is going to come right over to the earth and it's going to sit in the palm of my hands. I can't prove that because it's not going to happen because it is blind, utter faith. That's what I consider to be faith. I
Okay.
know where you're coming
Right.
from.
Okay.
We're using the words differently, I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, now that we've
Next
hashed
time
that
we'll
out-
work on letters.
Yeah. I think
word is
A
letters.
And then we'll
is-
bring up the
Next time.
British guy.
Yeah.
We'll all Google.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
What's halal Google? Did you say halal Google?
That's a new religion. I'm starting. I'd like your money, please. Thank you.
No, the new religion is
any
no.
money.
The new religion is
Sorry.
ancient aliens.
I'm with Ask
Are you
Jeeves.
back to Zachariah Sitchin? Don't screw with me. Did you
No.
read the books?
What books?
Oh, jeez.
The fuck's a buck?
What the fuck is a
Oh
wait?
my
Is this are these
God.
these things with nude pictures in them?
Bo-
Because
boo-
I
boobs?
like those kind of books, but they're more
More of a
magazines.
magazine,
They're more
yeah.
magazines than books.
I got one of those for you.
A magazine?
Yeah.
What's
Nude
it?
pictures.
Is it of you?
I think he's looking for the one of your sister.
Then I don't want it.
Well, I tell you
I've
what,
seen you naked
I'll
enough
keep-
in my life.
I'll
I
keep
don't need a
that-
book about it.
I'll keep that if you give me a picture.
Ever.
a
Of your
picture
sister.
Fuck
Yeah.
you. Just go on Facebook. You know where she is.
We're friends on Facebook.
Then what the hell are you asking me for pictures for?
Because it's fucking
You
fun.
fucking kidding me? I'm not even friends with her on Facebook. There's a reason for that, but that's besides the point.
So, a little bit off topic, but
A little,
No.
We're-
so
10% of our
So I-
10% of this is only on topic.
broke up with my high school girlfriend while me and Al were roommates.
yeah.
Well, I thought that was going somewhere else.
It was in the. It was in the.
Pause was
it
inappropriate.
Well, me and Al were roommates. I broke up with my high school girlfriend, and I had already been giving him a hard time about fucking his sister, which had never happened. And she came over one day looking for him, and so I started laughing because I thought it would be hilarious if he came through the door while she was there and I was there, and it was just the two of us. And so she asked me what I was laughing about, and I told her
Yeah.
this whole story, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's hilarious!" And I'm like, "Do you want to get dinner?" And she's like, "Yeah." So we go to dinner, and we go there, and Al's supposed to be working, So
I never worked.
we're
Are you
at
fucking
dinner.
kidding
Okay,
me?
so Al was supposed to be at work.
I was supposed to be at work.
He was supposed to be at
Smoking
work.
pot
Yeah.
on the roof.
Actually, no, I never. There's no roof. There's no roof access.
Yeah, I know.
It was
Oh,
in the-
but you were smoking pot. No, that was meth. Sorry.
no.
There was a bathroom that was.
Body
smelled
by
bad
meth
already.
here. You took a picture of me. I have body by bacon, not body by meth.
This is true. Anyways,
Speaking of, you guys want to go something to eat
So
after
we
this?
have this whole plan hatched out. Me and his sister have this whole plan hatched out at dinner. So we leave dinner, go to her apartment. She goes. I sit in the truck. She goes in. She grabs a spare change of clothes. Al already saw her that day, so she changes into the new clothes, takes the clothes that she had on for the day, and brings them in a bag with. Gets in the truck. We go back to mine and Al's apartment.
Good times. Good times.
Plan is that when we get there, the sock on the doorknob thing. Right.
We didn't have that.
No, we had that discussion, but it didn't matter. So
Right.
sock on the doorknob. So now at least you know. Still
mi-
come in, but now you know.
Yeah.
It's true.
So we're gonna put a sock in the doorknob. It's gonna be her sock, and we're gonna strew her clothes from the front door all the way through to my bedroom. And we're gonna sit there, and I have my parents' video camera for a video project I had from college.
Oh, sure.
No, actually, I
was.
was part.
No,
No,
it
I
was.
was part of this.
It
This was
was,
actually
and it was-
a true.
That was
like,
hilarious
video.
because I had to do this video, and it was a video whatever.
It was a video.
It was a video report on any topic you wanted, and the report that I did was
Beer.
why this report is bullshit, and I got top marks for it because I
Good.
delivered my argument. Good.
I was
Well,
manning the camera.
Yeah, so I'm
Just
sitting there with
the jiggling
a
camera.
dress shirt on and a tie on, and I do the report, and then at the end of it, I stand up and I'm not wearing any pants, and that's where we cut the video off. And I still got 100% on it. So that was. But anyways, so I had the video camera. So we're gonna go home to the apartment, and we're gonna sit there and we're gonna watch TV with her clothes strewn through the apartment, and we're gonna wait for Al to get home from work.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be hilarious. We get there. Al was so distraught about me taking his sister on a date that he called in to work sick or whatever. And so when we get there, he's home. And I look at her and I'm like, well, this is fucked up. Now we can't. Now this is just not going to work. And she's like, well, you still want to hang out? And I'm like, well, yeah, let's just, whatever. We're going to watch a movie or whatever. And it was just a friendly thing,
Yeah.
So we get into the apartment, and I look over, and Al, how you doing? He's got a 1.75 bottle of Southern Comfort sitting at the kitchen table, mostly gone, with no mixer. He's just fucking drinking it.
Polishing your
I
gun.
think he was pouring most of it in a shot glass, and then drinking the shot glass and whatever. But
It was a party jug.
yeah,
Oh.
so is the big fucker. And I'm like, how you doing, buddy? Fuck you. Okay, cool. So we go back. So now there's 2 TVs in the apartment. One in the living room and one in my bedroom. I'm like, I don't think we should really hang out in the living room because Al's kind of pissed.
No, Al's kind of drunk.
And a lot pissed. So what do? We go into my bedroom. So we go into my bedroom, and we're sitting there. We're both laying on the bed, watching a movie, fully clothed. Will you put that fucking bag down? I wish I could tell you I fucked your sister. He gave me permission. So that's what happened.
No.
Yeah,
No. Let's
yeah.
build up to this on how I
So-
gave you permission.
So this is how it happened. So we're sitting in, me and his sister are laying in bed.
You
we're
can
laying
give
there.
Permission?
Yeah. No, we're laying there. We're watching this movie. I don't even have Waterworld or something. And we're laying there.
Good movie.
It was
Wow.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah. So
love
we're laying
that
there
movie.
watching this movie. All of a sudden, we hear thump, 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 steps coming through the apartment. Al's
like
probably
that
got to
when you
pee. Because my bedroom, there was the Al's bedroom, the bathroom, and then my bedroom. And the kitchen was around the corner over, well, nobody can see that. But anyways.
I like all the hand gestures.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very
It's just-
helpful.
I've been drinking.
Are
I
you
get
Italian now? Yeah.
I get Italian when I've had a couple beers.
Don't
So,
mock my background, you fucker.
tomorrow we'll work on meatballs. Maybe the
Give me
noodle.
that beer bottle.
I'll show your sister the noodle.
Moving along.
Anyways, so Al comes and the footsteps stop right outside my door. Boom! He kicks the fucking door down.
God.
He's got the
did.
bottle in one hand, the shot glass in the other hand. He says, "Buddy, I don't even fucking care. Fuck my sister." And he takes the shot and he downs the shot, And he turns around to walk away, and he tips the bottle upside down and just walks away. And back into the kitchen to pass out or whatever. And I looked over at her, and I'm like, well, that ain't even fun anymore.
You took all the fun out of it. Well done.
I did. I'm
Well
sorry.
done.
I'm sorry. I was
I'm
really
very nice.
fucking
He was,
blasted.
oh, yeah. No, he was really fucked up.
That party jug was me to the bottom inch.
There was going to be a religious experience. in
One of
that
the
room
sooner
sometime.
or later, there was going to be some religious experience. I'm not sure who I was going to be praying to,
I'm
but
just glad it was actually Southern Comfort, not that fucking gasoline shit that you mixed up.
Holy
melted.
crap.
That took the paint off of our table.
we
Seriously.
spilled some on the table and it stripped the paint off. It actually melted a ring. You know those big like
Yeah.
Walmart cups. It melted a ring in the top of the cup where the top was sitting, where it was up like this far from the top. It actually melted a ring. We dumped it down the
Christ.
sink the next morning because we're not sure what it was because we were really fucked up that night.
Yeah.
And we're drinking. I'm like, what is
Happened
this?
a
I'm like-
lot.
And I'm smelling it. I'm like, I can't tell what's in this. And I take a drink of it. And I'm like, oh, God, it tastes like fucking gasoline. And it's like, wait a minute. And then you have that epiphany. So I dump it down the sink thinking that was going to be a smart move. And it starts fucking fizzing in the sink. I'm like, oh, God, it's going to eat through the pipes.
Dude, that drain worked really well afterwards, though.
It did, yes. So yeah, like I said, I don't know who I was going to pray to that night, but it could have been the porcelain gods. It may have been the porcelain tub. I'm not 100% sure.
Either way.
But I'm pretty sure like 3 days later, I finally came out of that drunk and realized what I'd done, and
Your sister was praying to me.
You.
I'm gonna kill
that
you,
what we
you
do?
fucker. Make you better.
Damn kids.
You better.
17
Always.
years,
I
and it's
know.
still
Always.
fucking
You
funny.
better make your. What, oh fuck! I can't even talk right now.
Not a
What do you
problem.
pray to your fuzzy lord? Is that what I got to say here?
I think we'll cut it right
Okay,
there.
yes,
That
we'll cut it
sounds
there.
like some good time. And of course, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at A Topic a Month. Email us questions, comments, concerns by emailing us at atopicamonth@gmail.com, which will promptly be dealt with by adding you to our spam folder and never ending with an email link. You can always find us on Patreon as well at A Topic a Month, in which we still have stickers. If by some chance you feel obligated enough to help us offset the cost of equipment and stickers, that would be neat. Otherwise, we might have something different we can offer you by having Alan make an in-person appearance if you're lucky.
I can make an in-person appearance.
You might have to go to Virginia, though. I hear they like us out there for some reason.
Fuck.
I'm not sure why.
Like the state?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Well,
is
there's
in Virginia?
Denmark, too. They've got a
Yeah,
couple of
what's with
downloads in
Denmark,
Japan.
man?
Switzerland has one.
Is this guy a world traveler? He's got to be.
Canada's got one.
It was an accident, a Canadian one.
I know.
Those fucking Canucks.
God damn it.
If there was
There's-
any on the way from on Highway 53 North, that was probably me.
Well, yeah.
I was downloading them on my way up here a week and a half ago.
That'll
yeah.
work. That'll work.
Hang on. Are we still on Stitcher?
Yeah, we're still in
Okay,
Stitcher.
because you
and,
haven't brought that one up.
Yeah, Stitcher
Okay.
and TuneIn and iTunes and Podbean and
I thought you were telling
Google
people.
Play.
I
And,
thought you were telling people to tune in.
well, if they want to tune in, but they shouldn't.
I know, right?
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.